The Dodgers have pulled the plug on Gavin Lux at shortstop, at least to open the season. Ahead of Friday night's game at Camelback Ranch in Arizona, Dodgers manager Dave Roberts revealed a new look on defense with Gavin Lux back at second base and Mookie Betts at shortstop. The two trade places on the diamond. We'll look at exactly what happened, what went wrong on another edition of the All Dodgers podcast. First, my name is Clint Pasillas. You guys can find me as Real FRG on the social media things. Subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. If you can do that, it really helps out the channel, boosting the algorithms with the thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. Thumbs up for a 1,000,000-win season for the Dodgers. Whatever it takes to get you to like the channel. Maybe I'm coming on a little bit too strong, but let's just dive straight into this situation. We just talked a lot about the Gavin Lux situation last night on the live stream. Seemed like the change was coming. Gavin Lux was out of the lineup on Thursday night. Kike Hernandez was in the lineup. He was starting at shortstop. The Dodgers then flipped Kike and Miguel Rojas in the second innings. Rojas started at second base, and in the second inning, they flipped with Rojas at shortstop. It was a rain-shortened game, so ultimately it was kind of moot, but that all came just hours after Dave Roberts backtracked on his assertion that Gavin Lux would be the starting shortstop on opening day against the Padres in Korea. So again, we talked a lot about it last night. If you want more on all of that situation, check out that video on the channel. For now, we trudge forward and we wonder, what happened? Where did things change between just a couple days ago and now Friday afternoon? This week went Wednesday. Dave Roberts saying Gavin has time and we feel he'll be ready when the bell rings. The bell was going to ring in exactly 2 weeks at that point. Thursday, it was, I don't know if Gavin Lux is going to be the shortstop on opening day. Friday, it was Mookie Betts is the shortstop, and that's permanent for now. By the way, the most Dodger answer you're ever going to get, the most Dave Roberts response you're ever going to get there for sure. But in short, the Dodgers, Dave Roberts, they did not like where Lux was at mentally. They didn't feel confident in what they were hearing straight probably from his mouth in his very long and arduous journey to becoming potentially a major league starting shortstop. From Dave today, the quote was, he was feeling the toll of it all. Gavin Lux was feeling the toll of it all. And again, there's a lot of noise. People like me, people in the paper, a lot of folks asking questions, particularly this week about the shortstop situation. So on the idea of backtracking now, they say ultimately it's for the long-term outlook of the team, and that is something I agree with for sure. It's one of the things I was sort of preaching in the most recent edition of All Dodgers Live. Give Lux a chance to kind of mentally reset, even if it's starting the season, having him on the injured list, just so he can get a little bit of a mental reset. It takes away that question of should he be on the field, should he be starting at shortstop. Second base, it's kind of pushing the buck a little bit, kind of passing the buck. I don't really know how I feel about it completely. I like it in that they're not giving up on Lux. That's an important thing. They're not giving up on Lux. But also, if he's already in a bad mental spot, it could lead to different cascade effect if he does struggle a little bit there, even a little bit. One bad throw, the walls can start closing in again.
I think that where we're at on the calendar, I think that, just to make this move right now, it's something that the entire organization feels is the right thing to do to give us the best chance to prevent runs and to win baseball games. And so I think that specific to Gavin, it gives him an opportunity to get to the other side of the diamond, and he's actually played more second base than shortstop in the last few years. And so to get him back over there, shorten the throw, it should be less toll on his body overall and give him an opportunity to have success. Just, watching the games and just kind of seeing that he was feeling the toll of it. and I think that, he's such a great competitor and wants to perform well. And so, but we just felt that maybe taking a little bit of that pressure to throw the ball across the diamond might help him. And so Mookie's all in to do whatever it takes to help us win. And he's been over there and played some shortstop. And so to go over there and get over there, I think that he's excited about this. And I think that, I think Gavin's looking forward to getting over there and just playing. And, as like I said, the calendar where we're at, we got to make a decision. And I think right now that's the best for the Dodgers.
Said another way, my way, the noise, the pressure was getting to Gavin, possibly big time. So let's break it down a little bit more here. Or I guess I'll just add my 2 cents rather than breaking it down. I would have rather seen this, and I understand why they're doing it now and not a week or two ago. This was a shorter spring training, but you would really have liked to have seen this sooner for Mookie's sake. Yes, he's a baller. Yes, he's an athlete. The Dodgers are playing just 2 games that count in Korea against the Padres before getting more time to kind of practice and perfect the craft there before opening day 2.0 at the end of the month. For what it's worth, Mookie, Lux, and Freddie were already all working out together on the infield at Camelback today on the backfields. As for how Mookie feels about this, which I think is also an important nugget to the situation, from the sound of it, mixed. We will say mixed. So Mookie says here, everything is tough about playing shortstop, but hey, somebody's got to do it. For him, to him mentally, or to him in his season, he says it all kind of changes, but it is what it is. It's a task put in front of me, and nobody cares. Nobody cares what I got to go through. I don't care what I got to go through. On whatever day we're in Korea, I'll be ready to go. So he's taking it with the somebody's got to do it approach, and I guess that's okay. Personally, I would rather have seen, I think everybody, of course, I would rather see him at second base only because he seems so ready. He seems so hyped. He seemed excited about baseball, playing as a second baseman at the big league level. As I said in another recent video, he was ready to go off this season, and I think part of it had to do with that potential second base job. Could end up there eventually still, but we know right now at the outset, the headlines are all Mookie Betts is taking over at shortstop. Gavin Lux gets the boot. So where do they go from here? Are they working on a trade? Well, yes, they're always working on a trade. It's the Dodgers. That's what they do. But they're also fine with Lux. They're fine with the situation. They're fine to see what Lux can give them again at second base. He has been a positive defender, above average, even if slightly, defender at second base in his career when healthy. So it's not the end of the world. Mookie Betts, I'll add a little more on Mookie Betts for a second. Let's talk about potential trades. We know this team would love to have Willy Adames. We've talked about Willy Adames a lot over the last few years, but the Brewers are reportedly hesitant to move him, at least right now. Of course, the max value, the max return they would be able to get for Adames, the Brewers would be able to get, it would come at the deadline, not right now. This is an emergency situation for the Dodgers because if they try Lux at second and Mookie at short and they don't like that configuration, you still have Miguel Rojas as a shortstop or a second baseman. You still have Kike Hernandez, who can play both spots up the middle. Chris Taylor, who can play both spots up the middle. Trey Sweeney was a guy they traded for in the offseason. So they're still pretty well stacked at the shortstop position. Sure, it's not none of them are the most sexy of names. You still prefer the situation of Mookie at second and Gavin at short. They'll be fine for now. To borrow from Dave, for now. But in my opinion, overall, it brings the potential upside slightly down for the team. It doesn't change anything in the lineup. 1 through 9 will look the same as it was going to look, which I guess is good. Flipping the dudes up the middle. I think Mookie, at 31 now, Probably would have profiled better moving into the infield at second base over shortstop. Transitioning to shortstop at this age, I don't know if it's scary, but it's not ideal. I will die on that hill of it being not ideal. Mookie at second base could have been elite, and this is a position he grew up playing. Shortstop, sure, he played. He said the last time he was playing shortstop regularly was in high school as a senior. Importantly, again, Lux is graded out above average, barely, slightly above average, as a second baseman in his major league career when he's healthy. To pin it, it's not what anyone wanted, again, but it is the hand the Dodgers have dealt themselves. Letting Corey Seager walk, letting Trey Turner walk, not making any other sort of moves. But what do you guys think? How do you feel about the switch? Do you like Mookie Betts as a shortstop? Would you prefer him as a second baseman? Do you think Gavin Lux maybe needs a little bit of a longer mental reset on the injured list at AAA or something like that? Or will he kind of figure it out? Will he just slot back in and things click with him back at second base? I would like to know how people feel about this situation. We talked a lot about it on the most recent live stream, but I want to know how people feel about this sudden, shocking, but not surprising change going on for the Dodgers up the middle. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you did subscribe to the channel, that really does help things out. If you're looking for a different way to support me and the channel and what we're doing here, check out patreon.com/realfrg. We got a couple of little perks in there you might enjoy, you might not. Give it a look if you feel like it. This is also an audio podcast on the Believe Podcast Network, and I am Real FRG on the social media platforms, and I will see you on the next one.